And finally we're ready with the knife round, I think. Yeah, the knife round between off-balance gamers and wizards. Commencing in a second. Everybody's throwing grenades at each other. And a 4v4. Teams switched positions completely. Everybody's on half health. Now a 3v3. Same HP amount. 2v2. Same HP amount. 1v2. And Carry needs it. Needs to win this for his team to have the ability to choose a side, but Kaboom puts a stop to his reign. With 3 kills, Carry goes down, and Kaboom with 3 gives his team the possibility to start on the CT side. So get your friends in here, there's nothing more going on tonight. And I hope everything's fine. Of course, you can give me direct feedback through the chat. Or you can tell me later on with a private message, wherever you want. And oBG opening up with a nice fragging by Lunedy, already 2 down. Kaboom finishes off on the 3rd terrorist. And the terrorist instead only got 2 frags. Waver, Kaboom and Lunedy now retaking the bomb site. Bomb site B is taken by the terrorists, and Sukitron doesn't get any great shots into Waver, just spraying away, luckily connected with a few, but Waver was proving to be too strong. And now Carry waiting for the CTs to push him, gets 1 frag out of that. Waver was away too far, so he didn't get killed, and Kaboom finishes off defusing the bomb and killing Carry as well. So Wizards with a nice attempt, but Lunedy was proving to be too strong early on in the round. Great push down the middle by him and Kaboom, who was accompanying him and covering him. So Off Balance Gaming with a nice start on the second map. Wow, ich komme gleich. Sorry for that, but the echo round gets easily killed by oBG. No bomb planted whatsoever for Wizards. Okay, they planted first round, so that's why they are buying now. But the second round wasn't as successful. And, well, the 3 FAMASes in the hands of the CTs might hurt them in the end. Let's see what they have in plan for them. They have a 3-man stack push down the middle. And Wizards already knows that the CTs are coming their way. They are hiding away in the middle. And now Muzambani with the first frag onto Lunedy, who was sneaking through the underpass. The rest of the CTs needs to get back into position again. The push proved to be unsuccessful, even though Muzambani was about to get killed. With 5 HP, he survived that battle against Lunedy, or whatever his name is pronounced like. Lunedi? Nevertheless, 4v5 situation in favor of the terrorists. And Kaboom just got away with his life, even though he was completely flashed. He can't take cover inside the bomb site. There's a teammate sitting already, and Waver gets killed by Lowell as he was pushing the bomb site. Now it's a 4v2, Pov and Seavis. to retake the bomb site against 4 terrorists. Mason in the bomb site takes care of Seavis. Pov answers back, but Sukitron from the balcony covers his teammate inside the bomb site and gets the frag against Pov. Wizards with a first weapon round on the board. 2-1 in favor of the Spaniards. In favor of the Swedes, of course. Looking at the scoreboard, Waver on top of that with 5 frags so far. And another aggressive play by the CTs down bananas might pay off a little better than it did in the middle. Boom in the meantime gets a frag against Mason. Sneaky play by him, just popping up, getting the frag and instantly retreating again into the hands of his teammate, while Pov needs to run all the way through the map to get the rotation towards A going and have a 3-2 split on the bomb sites, while the terrorists are now left with 4 players trying to make their way towards B. Slowly they are pushing forward. Waver already rotated into the T section of B. He gets a first frag but should be killed afterwards. Lowell in fact gets a refrag but he's down to 11 HP. On the other side of the map we saw no one get killed, so 3 CTs rotating from the bomb site A. Pov gets the first frag in ruins, so the first barrier fell already for Wizards. Muzambani and Lowell in the most obvious 2v3 situation, and positions that I could imagine all get killed pretty fast.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And oBG right back on spot, only giving 1 round away and then hopping back on track. But Wizards with the bomb plant in their back, they can afford 3 Galils and enough nades to at least get 1 fake going as well. They just need the first frag. That is very important now in the first round for them. Pov with an aim duel against Carey. AK against Galil. They go their separate ways now. Without losing too much HP, both of them decided to run away. And Pov now with a nice spray. 2 headshots for him against Lowell and Muzambani, who is jumping out of the smoke, and he gets another one onto Mason. Finally, Carey, his end boss, is showing up with a headshot, but it's still a 2v4 situation now thanks to Seavis, who killed Sukitron. It's a 1v4. And Carey, the last man standing for the terrorist, pops out to get the frag against Kaboom, captures himself an AK, and it's still 56 seconds left on the clock. So he's got a lot of time to work with. He's got the bomb and a flash grenade in hand. So if he gets an entry, a really lucky entry, on the B-bomb site, he might put down the bomb. And if his luck is big in this round, he could steal this away with an ace, and this would be very noticeable for everyone in the scene. Let's take a look at Carey. He's probably trying to save his weapon instead of pushing anywhere. He was considering his options when he was at Bananas, but then he slowly turned away, and the CTs are very good off with him saving his AK. They don't care too much about it and all stay hidden in their positions, so it's a 4v1 score line in favor of the Swedes. And Carey now with the Soul AK in his lineup, the guy to enter the bomb site. And all that responsibility up on his shoulders now. starts off on B. And he sees early aggression by Waver, who was pushing alone, no refrag position, and Carry with another nice shot onto Lunity. Great work by him, 2 headshots. And 2 CTs disposed. Now it's a 4v3 stack on the bomb site in favor of Wizards. Kaboom, Sevis and Pov need to retake the bomb site. And the terrorists have captured 3 weapons, or rather 2 weapons. Carry already had an AK. The only one without a weapon is Lowell, who is the guy to decoy a little bit. And Carry goes down in the dark corner. Now it's only Muzambani standing against 2 CTs. He needs to hide away and get the frag, but Sevis is there with the USP. Kills him easily, and the bomb gets defused just in time by Kaboom. Great retake by Off Balance Gaming, even though it was a save round. Wizards almost got their feet on oBG and stepped a little bit onto them. Finally they woke up though and won the 3v4 retake. So nice work by Kaboom and Sevis. 5-1 the scoreline now, and Wizards back to full by full equipment. Off Balance Gaming really likes to get some early information and play with that, but Mason just storms into the bomb site, gets a frag against Sevis, and it's all cleared out. One from the balcony to take care of, and Carry turns around, takes out Kaboom. It's Pov and Lunity with a 4v2 retake, and I think oBG should reconsider their strategy. They tried to get in there, and Pov is almost getting the frag, but Sukitron from afar takes him out. Lunity only got in with 1 frag, even though Mason and Muzambani are really low on HP. He's quick to run away and save his weapon in the corner. Wizards finally get their 2nd round on the board, and they really need to watch out. If they lose the next one, they are back to scratch. Back to square zero concerning their money situation. oBG forces the buy. 2 FAMASes and a late buy by Kaboom. So everything normal for oBG except those 2 FAMASes in the hands of Sevis and Waver. Let's see where they are put. Waver on B, Sevis together with Kaboom in apartments. Another early aggression by the CTs, even though it's not that aggressive, but they have the early peeking going on every round. While Wizards is choosing to attack really early in the rounds. We saw Carry with 1 minute remaining in a 1v4, I think it was. So that's quite unusual. The Wizards push into the B-bomb side. Carry with the first frag onto Waver. 5v4, Lunity now needs to stand. If he falls, the CTs can't really enter the ruins anymore. And he survives that, but Carry with a nice smoke and a following spray by Lowell, and him disposes of 2 CTs. Sevis and Kaboom suddenly left alone against 5 terrorists. Wizards about to re-enter the match. And Mason with a backstab onto Sevis in ruins. That's an easy frag. Carry catches Kaboom trying to cover himself with a smoke grenade. But he kills him as well, and the CTs are forced to save this round while the terrorists take the momentum and rack up the money inside their lineup. You can see 3-8, 3-1 and 6-3 on 3 players. Wizards now with the opportunity to make it 5-4. We take a quick look at the scoreboard. Carry with 9, Kaboom and Paul with 8 and 7, Waver with 7 as well. The first exchange won by Muzambani and Carry. Nice gameplay by Muzambani to jump in and help his teammate spray down those two CTs. 3v5 now in favor of the terrorists, and they are still playing very slow despite the fact they are facing an echo round. They really don't want to do anything wrong. And Sukitron just smelled that. You can see that when he was getting the first frag, he instantly ducked down and took a look into the underpass. Kaboom, the only one standing for oBG with the deagle. And he tries to go for the kill, but Carry goes down to 55 HP, still not dropped. So is Muzambani. And he's trying to reposition himself and get a cheeky kill in the library. And he gets the headshot against Mason. Nice work by Kaboom. Working his way into a good position to take a frag off of Wizards. And he saves the AK, or at least tries to save the AK. The terrorists are coming his way though. Bomb blows up and he goes down to Lowell. Just unlucky play by Kaboom. Did a great job there, making it as expensive as he could for the Spaniards of Wizards. But he couldn't stop them, of course, from getting the 4th round on the board. And now they are on the verge of drawing that game. Off Balance Gaming though, with a full buy. They just lack a few nades. They try to put up everything they can against Wizards, otherwise it will be back to saving once more. And Sukitron with the first frag against Kaboom in apartments gets the favor into the Wizards' hands. And let's see if they can do some magic with that. 5v4 evolving the CTs with a 3-1 stack on A. And that's where the terrorists are headed. They have smoked everything. They are spraying through the smoke, trying to get some control on the bomb site, maybe spray somebody down, even get a frag if you get lucky. But oBG is staying away from them, and Lunity with a cheeky headshot against Sukitron from the taxi way down into bananas. Makes it a 4v4 again, and the terrorists now reconsider their strategy. They sent 2 into connector, and Waver is there to stop them like a wall. 2 headshots, and quickly Carry and Lowell go down. 2v4 now, and Wizards have given away their advantage in the round. Now they are in the worst position they could imagine. Lunity with the next frag, and he just finishes off Muzambani as well. 3-2 for Waver and Lunity. Nice work by oBG to take it 6-4. And Wizards squeeze out another buy. But this will be their last if they can't plant the bomb. Well, maybe not. So they could even squeeze out a 4th buy. But still, Off Balance Gaming doesn't let them back into the game. And it's just about the importance of the few rounds that Off Balance Gaming won, and Carry with a great headshot onto Lunity in B. No possibility of refrags in that position. That's really something oBG needs to work on from time to time. They run into positions where nobody can help the player that is taking point and that is trying to get some information. Wizards now having problems to boost each other up there, but finally they managed to do that. Kaboom now lonely pushing up into the middle. Great mid-work aggression by the CTs. Kaboom gets the frag against Mason. Now the terrorists are completely stopped in their tracks. They were about to set up a great attack, but Seavis takes out Carry and Bananas, who was cut off from his teammates. A 3v4 now, and Wizards still plant the bomb A. They got through to the bomb site thanks to the push of Kaboom. But I think that the CTs should retake that bomb site if Muzambani is not getting into their back too soon. Kaboom heard him and put a bullet into his head. So is Waver with Chizukitron, and the grenade blows up Lowell in the pit. So a great retake by Off Balance Gaming, and I really like their style of play. They had a lot of risk put onto the shoulders of Kaboom, but he was successfully pushing down Bananas and getting 2 frags instead. Or, well, Carry got killed because Kaboom took out Lunity. No, took out Lowell, I think, at first. So Off Balance Gaming with a great mid-round strategy and a push. And Wizards now with a loser bonus enabled and a bomb plant, of course, enabled to fire up again to try and throw Off Balance Gaming off their balance. But Kaboom is doing his best to keep his team on track with 2 frags, 3 frags in the middle. Finally gets killed by Carry, but it's a 2v2 now, thanks to 2 kills of Carry and 1 of Myson. Waver and Lunity against Muzambani and Carry. And the bomb is planted already. Flashes go out to connect their area. A Molotov cocktail tossed at the corner of short A, and oBG enters the bomb site. Nobody's home. One in pit, but the other one is hidden away. Still Muzambani trying to stop them in their tracks when they try to push Carry. Muzambani and Waver exchange frags. And Muzambani sticks out on top, 10 HP remaining. Waver almost got the frag there, but Off Balance Gaming give away this round to Wizards. Kaboom almost took that round on his own, but he needs his teammates to be able to finish off 2 terrorists. The 2v2 though was really hard for the CTs. Muzambani and Carry played it perfectly. One player to peek, then hide away, make the CTs push you, and the other player tries to cover the player that initially showed off and showed up. So perfect team play on the 2v2 on the Spanish side. And now let's see if they can put up great team play on a 5v5. Instead it's Lunity taking 1 frag. He's down to 4 HP, but he got out of there. Still not quite in safety though, while Wizards tries to keep pushing B. They are all stacked up in the pillars. And they go into the bomb site. Right now Waver is around the corner, gets another additional frag. Lunity goes down to Mason, but he was down to 4 HP already, so not really a kill worth mentioning. 3v4 now, 3v3 at the bomb site. 1 CT yet to rotate. Finally he's making his way over towards his teammates, and they probably wait for him to push from Bananas. No, they don't. Carry gets 2 frags. Waver needs to push in now, and Kaboom really needs to support his team now or never. Mason and Carry against Waver and Kaboom. Waver from Ruins takes out Carry. Great work by him, but he didn't see Mason yet. Oh, Mason down to 14 HP already. He really needs to get a frag now, but he stays in the corner, and Kaboom takes him out with a spray, more or less through the wall, while Waver was defusing the bomb. Great work by those 2 players, even though Kaboom should have been way faster, in my opinion, with a rotation. Off Balance Gaming take it 8-5 now, and Wizards are forced to save. So let's take a look at the round streaks. The loser bonus obviously got reset. So Wizards with a 5-man push into middle. Carry with the first one, but Pov follows it up with 2 and 3 spray down. Nice one. Great work by him in middle. Sevis doesn't let Sukitron put him into trouble. And it's a 1v3. Mason got himself a weapon out of there, and he really should try to save that. He's got 3 nades as well, and it should really benefit Wizards in the next round if he could use those 3 nades. Instead, he pushes forward, and Seavis with nice timing spies him from behind, takes him out with a headshot. And Wizards need the last round of the first half. The 6-9 would be really good for them. And they have a full buy, so let's see if they can push through. So spread the word. Thanks for the great feedback, guys. You got me blushing. And Wizards with another five-man push into A. This time they had 1 in apartments, and Sukitron took out Kaboom in there. 5 players now running wild in A. They still have nowhere to go though. They kinda got caught in the middle. And this enabled Pov and Lunity to get 1 frag each. Seavis from the pit gets 1 as well, and Myson ends up being alone on the bomb spot. Only 1 CT got dropped, and there's 4 CTs pushing him. Bomb gets defused, and Wizards just had a really great strategy to get into A. But suddenly they couldn't really push into the bomb site anymore, and they got lost in the vicinity of the bomb site. In the end, the CTs showed up from all their positions and took them out. So Wizards should have won that last round in my opinion, but I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody had some miscommunication in the TeamSpeak, but they stopped around there. I will show you. They had 2 players here, and they had 1 here and 1 here, I guess. And it was just obvious. Just push the bomb site, get into position. Somehow they got stopped, and Pov was getting a really important frag in connector area. And now, well, Off Balance tries to do the same to Wizards in the pistol round. They got 1 already, but Wizards is doing the same to oBG. All the players were through to a bomb site, but suddenly they get pushed from behind and everybody pops up from the side. Mason gets a frag to finish the round, and Wizards with a pistol round take it 6-10, and it was all important to win the pistol round for them. Off Balance Gaming played in their cards a little bit. They pushed the right bomb site, and Wizards were prepared for that. So the pistol round won by the CTs, and they can close the gap a little bit if they win the next 2 rounds. And don't let the terrorists plant the bomb. oBG 5-man up bananas. Now they reconsider and push up middle. No rotation by the CT so far. 10-6 the scoreline still, so oBG in the save round. Now Wizards go for a peek in bananas. Well, the terrorists are reconsidering again. They are slowly making their way back to bananas. Lunity is opposed by Muzambani. Muzambani gets a frag instantly. His teammate covers the exit. Muzambani with another frag. At the same time, Mason takes out 1 in the connector area, and Carry just pushes in with the Bison, holds down that trigger, and the 60 shots will do what they are supposed to do, namely kill people in bananas. Great work by Wizards, taking control of the round when it mattered. They had the aggression in bananas at the right timing. So no bomb planted for oBG as of yet, and they need to save another time. And a great nade by the CTs down middle, wounds 3 players. Seavis, Waver and Lunity down to 55 HP each. oBG tries to get a frag out of that save round. Kaboom finally gets the frag onto Mason, but The connector area was too well covered by the CTs. Come on.
Terrorists win.
And Lowell just finishes off with a frag onto Pov. 8 to 10 now, and finally oBG with a weapon round. And they really need that to get their minds back into the game. As you can see, they have lost 6 rounds in a row and enabled Wizards to get to a really good scoreline after they have been down 10 to 5. That can't be. Something's wrong with the setups. Don't worry. Lowell now opens up on A short. Gets one frag, but this instantly gets killed himself. Sukitron with 3 so far from the pit with the AWP, slowly inching his way forward and catches Kaboom in the back. Great work by Sukitron, fearing those terrorists with 4 frags of his AWP. Unluckily, we missed that, thanks to Auto Director and myself messing up things. But Off Balance Gaming were just shut down by one player, and they couldn't do anything about that. They need to save now. And Kaboom decides to go for an AK and maybe get an important early frag or 2 frags in there to enable his team to plant. And I really was wondering, 3? So, no, they were losing 4 rounds in a row. It's really weird that the colors are switching during, when the side switch. So Mason with a cheeky kill onto Kaboom. Lunity is down to 7 HP as well. But it is a safe round, and it is a 5v4 in favor of Wizards. oBG still tried to attack the A bomb site from short. But they now re-rotate towards B, where Muzambani is headed to with great timing again. He took the peak at the right moment. And I don't think that he necessarily spotted anyone. Well, there he must have spotted someone. Sukitron puts a bullet into Waver, puts him to the ground. Leaves only 3 terrorists to push the bomb site. Lowell spies one in the balcony. Gets a frag really easily. And Seavis now picked up an AK that Kaboom was dropping. Got 1 frag with that, but gets killed by Carry, and Lunity is shut down by Muzambani from behind. 10 to 10, Wizards draw the game, and they are back on Inferno. Off Balance Gaming needs to watch out. They lost the first map. And if they want to stay in the upper bracket of the EMS 1 EU Qualifier, then they really need to step up, because there's at least 1 more map ahead of them if they win Inferno. And they go for a really quick and fast push into the connector area. Sukitron is there at the corner. Nice flashing going on, but Waver with a refrag makes it a 4v4 again. Waver with another quick frag onto the bomb site. Great work by him. Lowell gets killed by Seavis, who is surprising him in the pit, and it's a 4v1. Carry, the only one standing for the CTs on the B bomb site. And oh my god, oBG almost naded themselves. Really need to watch out where you're calling. And oBG slowly but surely going for the frag. Kaboom spies Carry and gets the frag. No weapon saved for the CTs. That was of importance as well, even though the CTs stacked some money already. It is important to drain them of their bank accounts. Otherwise they will control you on the terrorist side. And Wizards are shoveling around weapons. Mason now needs to wait for his teammates to sort out who gets which weapon. Finally, the Spaniards sorted that problem out, and they are back to the defense of the Ancients. Lowell with a first frag onto Kaboom, who was again pushing in alone and without the possibility to get a refrag out of that. And it's a pity for oBG. Expanding the first player like that never is good for you as a terrorist. 5v4 now, thanks to him being... Well, okay, it's probably his job to push out and see where the CTs are at, but you don't necessarily push out of balcony alone without anyone on action or short. So the terrorists still decide to go with the A bomb site, even though they lost their first player there, and Pov is down to 30 HP already. Mason on the bomb site gets 2 quick frags with a spray down and finishes off Waver with a headshot as well. Great work by Mason from the bomb site. Muzambani finishes the round off, and Wizards take it 11-11. While we have a quick pause happening, we can take a lengthy look at the scoreboard, of course. We have Carey sitting there on top of Wizards with 20 frags, Mason with 15, Sukitron with 17. On the other side we have Kaboom with 19, Waver and Pov with 16 and 15. So a great game of CS, trading rounds back and forth. You can see the rounds resemble each other pretty well, considering the round streaks. Wizards ran away a little bit with a 5-round streak, and obviously they reset off-balance gaming's money, and the round they just won, so the terrorists are back to saving, and Wizards should take the lead 12-11. But let's see what happens after this pause is over. Probably somebody has problems with something. Well, no real ping problems on any of the players. So let's wait and see when the chat shows up. Well, I might haven't got too many views because I had a real big break when I was having laptop problems. It's always up to you as well. You can spread the word and tell all your friends that I'm a suitable shoutcaster. Of course, I'm always eager to cast whatever matches are at, but you know, there's no need in necessarily competing with NIP TV if you're a young streamer like me. But yeah, thanks for the positive feedback. And if you know somebody with a job or anything, just give me a shout through a private message. But back to the action. The CTs with the AWP in the hands of Sukitron went for an early peek, but it didn't pay off so far. Still a 5v5, and I think Lunity was dropping and he came back without money, so this is really a bummer for off-balance gaming. But as a terrorist team, you can always kinda level that one player back that has a pistol, because you can, as just happened, Pov goes down, Lunity takes his weapon, and you're back to a 4-man AK setup. And it didn't really hurt you that much, because you don't have to gamble on which position is the guy with the pistol, and you know, on the CT side it's a little bit harder to decide where you put your pistol player. But Wizards, with some patient play, get 2 kills on the terrorist team. Now Carry with another one, and Muzambani and Mason just finish off the rest of the terrorist team. Wizards take it 12-11 on the save round bash. And that is just the chat that showed up from the pause time. So Off Balance needs to save another time. They couldn't plant the bomb. And Wizards, they have the luxury of giving away one map and still not being out of the tournament or not out of the game. Off Balance though needs to win 2 maps, and they feel the pressure right now. They storm into the B-bomb site. Carry is there even though his teammate got killed. Killed 2 of the terrorists, and Waver, Kaboom in fact, got a nice frag onto Carry, but Sukitron and Mason reinforced the B-bomb site. It's only Kaboom left on the bomb site. Let's see if he's able to do anything more. No, in fact, Lowell shuts him down before I can even switch to his POV. Still, 2 frags in favor of the terrorists made it a little more expensive for the CTs, but as you can see, 7,000 on Mason and Lowell, 10,000 on Sukitron, who is holding his AWP for a really long time already. On the other side, we have the terrorists with almost no money and a weapon round now in their hands. But if they lose this one, Wizards will be back on track and make them save again. So an all-important round for Off Balance Gaming. They decide to go for A. As usual, they are left with the middle area. Wizards don't care to cover that anymore. Looney D now in apartments gets the first frag onto Lowell, but there's another one that he couldn't catch. He decides to go back to his teammates while Waver takes out Mason. Muzambani now pushes around the corner. He's got the whole terrorist team ahead of him. Gets 2 headshots out of that, but Seavis shuts him down in the end. Carry now reinforces the position that his teammate was in before. Gets himself another frag, and Lunity goes down while planting the bomb. Oh my god, what a frag by that incendiary nade. Seavis and Carry now 1v1 situation. Seavis in a good position on Graveyard. Now fires away onto Carry and gets the headshot as well. Great work, an important round for oBG. Seavis with the nerves of steel pushes through and goes out on top of Carry, who is carrying Wizards at the moment with 26 frags. 13-12 now, thanks to that great performance by Seavis. And Lunity, who is giving his life away in favor of the bomb plant. And it was really just a slither of a second that prevented him from putting down the bomb. So, or maybe it was Seavis planting the bomb, I don't know. Didn't look at the radar. Off Balance Gaming with another more or less straight A attack. Mason is in the corner, but he gets spied by Kaboom. Great covering. He saves his teammate's life there. And a 3v4 now, a 4v5 in favor of the terrorists. And they still take their time. Slowly capturing the connector area, and Sukitron is right around the corner. He is taking that position really often, and he should switch that up a little bit. He almost gets killed by the nade there. 8 HP left for the AWP player. Muzambani now needs to reinforce that position. The CTs forced on an awkward rotation because Sukitron went down to 8 HP. Now they have a 2-2 split up against 5 terrorists though. So it should be easy for oBG to capture the bomb site. Lowell gets flashed by his teammate, still gets 2-3 frags out of that from balcony. Great work by him. Lunity, Seavis and Pov go down. Suddenly it's a 3v2 in favor of the CTs, and Lowell proceeds to dispose of the terrorists. Gets another headshot off Kaboom, and Sukitron finishes off the round with a frag onto Waver. So that round quickly turned into from bad or from good into worse for Off Balance Gaming. They had a great position and a great advance on the A bomb side, and only one player, namely Lowell, was tearing them apart with 4 frags from the balcony. And now Off Balance Gaming with another save round. They can't do anything about it. Tsukitron takes his reign in middle. Takes out Waver and Kaboom early on. Off Balance Gaming probably not even able to plant the bomb. Tsukitron with his third of the round. And this seems to be over for Off Balance Gaming, at least a save round. Oh, Tsukitron with a headshot onto Mason, now gets stomped by the rest of the terrorists. Needs support by Lowell. Still goes down to Looney D, but Lowell with another 2k. Puts Wizards to the match point, and in fact it is a match point. Off Balance Gaming is down 1 map, and they can't afford to lose this one, otherwise they are down to the lower bracket. No, they are on the lower bracket. I'm already casting the lower bracket and I completely lost track of the games that I am covering. So it is do or die for Off Balance Gaming. The pressure is even higher than I expected it to be for them. And they go for another A approach. No aggression by Wizards whatsoever. Muzambani with an early rotation towards A. Reinforces his teammates. 4-man stack on A. One Wizard is already pushing forward into the lower bottom of Bananas, and he gathered all the information that his teammates on A need. Looney D is pushing forward. Tsukitron shows up on his corner. It is his corner, really. Gets a frag. And Muzambani pushing out of the smoke gets killed by Kaboom. Then now a quick exchange in favor of the terrorists puts them up on a 3v2. Carey and Lowell still standing. And Lowell and Carey were really the go-to guys, but Lowell gets killed by Pov from above. And a 3v1 now in favor of the terrorists. Pov already spied Carey. The terrorists know where he's coming from. One pushed out carelessly, but Kaboom is there, finishing Carey off with a headshot. And Off Balance Gaming, they really heard me say that the pressure is up on them. Instantly take the round and make it 13-15. And wow, Wizards money is really screwed up right now. Even though they won 2 rounds in a row, okay, that isn't that much. They only have FAMASes now in their lineup. And Off Balance Gaming with a chance to make them save and pull us, drag us, bring us, whatever you want to say, to a 15th round. And a probably 15-15 finish and an overtime might be ahead of us as well. But let's see how this A attack turns out for the terrorists. They have the bomb pushed through connector, but Muzambani, he listened to him already. Oh, Lunedy coming away, getting away with 9 HP. Now he needs to join his teammates. He can't afford to lose the bomb in such a situation. Tsukitron with a first onto Sivas, and Looney, he goes down as well. Waver gets one back, but Lowell in the pit gets a frag onto Waver. Now Pov pushes him. It's a 2v3, a 2v2, a 2v1 thanks to Pov and Kaboom. And Kaboom finishes off the round greatly with a headshot onto Mason. 14-15, and I thought that maybe Wizards were taking this round into their favor, as I saw Lunedy push into Muzambani, I think it was, in library. But luckily he got away with his 9 HP life. And now, as I said, Wizards are saving their weapons, and oBG just needs to overcome this echo round. Kaboom starts off nicely with a frag onto Carey. Straightforward B push. Waver with the next one. Lunedy actually. Pov with the third. It's a 2v3. Now oBG still needs to watch out. 3 quick headshots and they are still out of the game, so better hide away and get a nice setup. Oh, Lowell gets the frag onto Pov, as I said. 3 quick headshots and the game is over. So Sivas and Lunity really need to watch out. Great flash by the support player. And Lunity just has to pull the trigger twice and dispose of Mason and his teammate. Great work by oBG, clutching the 3 last rounds. And it will be an overtime. Kaboom with 28 frags. Great stuff by him. 26 by Carry. Sukitron with a really good display of AWP, handling 25 frags for him. And we will head into the overtime in just a second. Whenever the players are ready, obviously they need some room to breathe. Maybe some fresh air. Oh yeah, great. Great timing. My GoTV just reconnected. Give me a second. Please do not throw me out. Do, 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 do. Whoops. So I'm reconnecting to the server, don't worry, we will stay tuned with the overtime, of course. We just had a small GoTV problem. And here we go again. With Wizards against Off Balance Gaming, I will get rid of that cover. And Sukitron with the AWP in middle. Carry already exchanged a frag with Sivas. Don't get confused by the scoreline. Wizard is on the left, on the CT side. And Mason gets a frag against Lunity. Really nice work there. Great reaction by him. 3v4 now in favor of the CTs. And Pov just with a lucky spray gets a headshot against Muzambani, but Sukitron is still there in the ruins, gets 2 quick frags with the AWP, as if it was so easy. But Kaboom is answering back with 2 of him, and even the 3rd headshot of Kaboom. He's going wild there with a 3k to finish the round. And wow, Off Balance Gaming are really lucky to have him in their setup, in their squad. oBG take the first round of the overtime 1-0 in favor of the Swedes. Wizards now with the banana control, having one rotated towards connector already, while Sukitron takes out Pov in apartments and instantly repositions himself, of course. oBG left with 4 attackers. And it looks like they want to go towards A, where 4 players are right around the corner. Maybe it will be a split. They try to enter connector with Sukitron, shoots one down. Muzambani can't stop Waver from pushing through, but Sukitron can push Kaboom into the nether of the, well, what is the insights? Well, he can push him to the next world, to the next level of being dead. And Waver and Sivas, 18 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure if they are aware that they are running out of time. Waver still gets a shot again against Sukitron, finally kills him. He had his 3 kills in the round already, and Lowell now takes care of Waver. Sivas is down as well. 1-1 on DE Inferno, and it is the second map between Wizards and Off Balance Gaming. It is the lower bracket, so whoever wins or loses this match, well, whoever loses is out of the tournament, and whoever wins proceeds to the next round of the lower bracket. Off Balance is down a map, so they really need to win Inferno, otherwise they are out. And Waver now with the AWP counters carry in Bananas. Great opening frag, and Sukitron is down to 18 HP as well, so a good start for the terrorists. Mason tries to swing the momentum back into the CT side. They can't quite finish off Kaboom, who is now luring around in the pit. And Wizards needs to be aware of that. They can't show themselves to pit anymore. Lunity gets a frag against Lowell. Mason answers back, but Pov is there to shut him down in turn. Oh, and Seavis with great play onto Sukitron. Spies him on his corner and just quickly kills him with one click. Muzambani now the sole CT to prevent the terrorists from exploding that bomb that they have planted. 4v1, Muzambani just waits for exit frags. Gets one, namely Seavis. And now he's going to be surrounded by terrorists. And Waver just pushes in carelessly, gives away his AWP. Muzambani captures that. And almost got off the shot against the other terrorist there. Now he's down to low HP, and Kaboom shows up to get him killed. 11 HP were left on him, so it's not big of a deal to take him out like that. Off Balance now leads 2-1. Don't get confused by the scoreline, it didn't get changed. And oBG suddenly goes with the AWP. It was a sole economical decision to play without that. Now they are in the overtime. They really don't want to miss that one shot, one kill weapon. While Kaboom makes his AK a one shot, one kill weapon with a headshot onto Sukitron. And Wizards now widely rotating Muzambani into library, while they have one player pushed down all the way. It is carry all the way into Bananas, so a lot of information gathered for the CTs. It's still early in the round though, and they can't over-rotate anyone onto either of the bomb sites. Muzambani now gets a call to rotate towards A again after he was caught in between. The terrorists are now pushing into the bomb site, but they take their time too long, really too long. Muzambani, Mason, Lowell are perfectly able to support each other. They end up with a 2v2 situation. Kaboom against Carey and Lowell now that Seavis went down. And Kaboom right around the corner of Lowell. He creeps up onto him, still kills him with a headshot, and now Carey from the other corner. He might catch Kaboom leaving the bomb site, and he does with a headshot. Kill him, gets the AWP and quickly defuses the bomb. Carey swinging back the momentum, and it's a 2v2 that gives us the 2-2 scoreline. So the last round of this overtime's first half, and we are drawn again. The terrorists are setting up an A attack, and they really let the time run down on them. Still, it's early in the round if you consider Navi's goals start at 35 seconds or something. And those two teams are really quick to attack. They don't hesitate too long. They rather get into the action quick. Off Balance Gaming though takes their time this time. And Wizards is getting nervous already. Muzambani moving back and forth, switching his weapon around, and Lunity completely flashed, still tries to get into the frag. Carry now with 3 of his pistol and a fourth one to finish it off. Seavis now all alone on the bomb site. Carry still standing with the possibility to ace, but he doesn't, and Seavis now in a 3k against Lowell and Mason, so a battle of 2 great players. And Seavis now needs to counter Mason, but unluckily he couldn't finish him off. The bomb was in his way and the time was running down as well, so he needed to plant the bomb. But wow, Carey just got 4 kills on the B-bomb side, 2 with a headshot of the pistol and 2 with his M4A4. So really great work by him. Now let's see what he's able to do with the AK. Oh, we restarted. I'm sorry for that. I missed the scores of the first overtime. But you can imagine, Carey must have had more than 5 or 6 frags. So did Seavis and Lunity, I think. They all did pretty good. And we are still having great CS:GO ahead of us. Second half of the overtime. Wizards won the first one 3-2. And the A attack by the Wizards, the Spaniards, gets a little crippled by their own players. They are all standing in the way of the shooting line of Carey, so he couldn't fire away, and they end up in a 2v1 situation. Waver and Sukitron still exchange frags, so it was a 1v1, but just for a quick second. Off Balance Gaming take care of the first attack by Wizards and even up the score once more, 3-3 now overall in the overtime. Don't get confused by the score overlay, it is still messed up. And Pov with the opening frag. Sukitron still a rather standard covering frag that he did there. Left his teammate in the apartments and goes down afterwards to Mason. Another exchange makes it a 3v3. Mason with another one onto Kaboom makes it a 3v2, but Lowell and Mason are down to 18 and 12 HP. If the CTs are aware of that, they really want to push in now rather than later. And Mason, wow, just quickly supports his teammate with a nice headshot there onto Lunity. Seavis now thinks of his options and decides to save his weapon rather than try to defuse the bomb. And we have Wizards tie up the game once more. At least in the second half. Overall they are up front 4-3. And I'm really curious what you guys chatted there. So yeah, I was wondering why Sukitron wasn't counted as well. But Wizards are going for a B attack, and it's the first time we see a full stacked B attack by the Wizards. And they have nobody to exchange whatsoever. oBG left them the bomb site, and now they are going for the retake. Pov goes down to Carey's AK. oBG gathered around the bomb site, and they really need to enter that. There's no use in saving 4 weapons in an overtime. And Carey pulls away. Seavis again 2 frags for carry already. Lunity got himself in there. Kaboom as well. And Lunity and Kaboom take out 3 terrorists. Make it a 2v2. And the bomb is ticking too loud now. They are getting nervous. Kaboom can't find Sukitron, and Sukitron finds both of the CTs. Shoots them down and wins Wizards the second round of the second half of the first overtime. So we have an overall scoreline of mathematics. Wait a second. 20-18. So Wizards have reached match point already, and oBG needs to do whatever they can in their minds, in their hands, to keep the Spains from winning that round. And Kaboom is doing a great job in taking out Lowell, but Muzambani is there with the refrag, makes it a 3v3 again. But obviously oBG knows where Muzambani is at, and he's down to 9 HP as well, so an easy frag for any of the CTs if he meets them. The terrorists are repositioning themselves towards A. 3v2 on that bomb site. And one player yet to rotate. It is Sevis towards the B bomb site. Raven now with the AWP. He loses the battle against Sukitron, who quickly puts a bullet into his head and disposes of the AWP player of the CTs. Now it's only Sevis against 3 Wizards. 4 Wizards to take the map and the match, and Sukitron gets the last frag. Great game by Wizards to take down oBG, even though they needed an additional overtime. But in the end they got out on top and proceed to the next round of the lower bracket. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope you subscribe. I'm always happy to have no followers.